Here we go.
Alright guys, in this video, really quickly, just watch the ballooning in the tires. Watch how they pizza. These are stock diffs. I got my camera set up low, try to get the shots. So we're gonna run it here in the grass and in the gravel and in the pavement. So
we're having that same problem. Alright guys, I'm not sure what is going on, but we did disconnect the sensor cable. It seems to be running better, like it's not cutting out. On the last video I thought it had something to do with the batteries dying, but that wasn't the case. So So after all that, let's go ahead and see what kind of motor temps we got, since we did switch up the ratio. Pretty much done pack, full pack. Man, that's not that bad. We can go check it out. Let's see what we got. I'm trying to do this one-handed today. All right, here we go. Temp gauge. Let's see. 97, 101, 101 and a half, 100. ESC fan's not even on. Guys, this thing is amazing. Okay, so you've seen how the tires act. This is pretty much all stock. I believe the center diff comes with 20 million, the front comes with 10K, and the rear comes with, I believe, 30K. So really guys, how you run your truck really is going to depend on your diff fluids. There really is no right or wrong answer. So a lot of times guys are like, well, the front tires are ballooning a lot and they're blowing up. Well, that is true. And unfortunately guys, the front tires are going to balloon a lot, really on any RC car, especially if you're putting a lot of power to it, like this Castle 800 kV and the direct belt drive. The only true way to get away from ballooning tires is to buy belted tires, and I'm just really not a fan of belted tires. Now, you can do a few other things, well, like you could run a better quality tire. Now, the reason I'm not a fan of belted tires is, well, personally, I don't like them because they don't expand, and you want your tires to expand. Now, if you're racing or bashing, it really does matter. If you're bashing, you want to have all the traction you can have, which equals all 4 tires on the ground. Now, if you're racing, you definitely want to have all 4 tires on the ground. And if your tires are ballooning up just a little bit, or even a lot of bit, you're getting traction. Now, the problem with ballooning tires is, back to the better quality tire. Say you buy a set of jconcepts choppers, which are always out of stock. I do carry them, and the Magmas, they're out of stock as well currently. You're not going to get blown tires. Now, if you run the stock system with the stock tires on the XRT or Xmaxx, most likely you're going to blow the tires up. These are the jconcepts choppers. They are a little bit bigger than the stock, taller and wider, and they do balloon as well. They will turn into pizza cutters, and they are bead locks, so really you're not going to be blowing anything off the rim. And personally, I have not had anybody come to me and say, Chris, I shredded one of these tires. So really, there's really, you know, only a couple other ways to help your tires from ballooning, and that is with diff tuning. Now, the truck does come with fairly light diff oil. I believe, like I said, 10 in the front and 30 in the rear. Maybe it's vice versa. And that diff oil is going to affect how your wheels turn. Now, being such a light oil, it's actually kind of like an open diff. And when one tire loses traction, the other tire grabs the traction and the other tire just diffs out and spins. And that's why when you see your RC car turning and it has a lot of traction and one tire may be up, you might see one pizza cutting tire. That's because the diff is allowing one side to spin faster because it has lighter oil in it. Now, I don't really like having that light of oil, so I want to show you guys the difference between basically the stock, 20 million in the center, 10 in the front and 30 in the rear. I'm going to change it up and I'm going to use 60 in the front, or excuse me, I'm going to use 80 in the front and 60 in the rear. There is a lot that goes into your differentials, your front, your center, and your rear, and all three of them have a different effect on your truck. Now, combined with your tires and the surface you're driving on and all that good stuff, it's a big, huge equation that amounts to, I really don't understand, but I have found that works for my truck and my driving style. Basically, the way I understand it is that diffs, well, they're there for a purpose. They let each tire spin at different speeds. So when you're turning a corner, the tire on the outside is actually going to be spinning a little bit faster than the tire on the inside. Now, if you add thicker oil, you're going to make that a lot tighter. So the tires are going to spin more at the same speed, or they're going to try to spin more at the same speed. So if they're loose, you're going to get slip. And if they're tight, you're going to have no slip. So coming out of a corner, if you have thicker oil, you're going to have more traction opposed to thinner oil. Now, that's why I'm taking the thinner oil out of the truck and I'm going to install it into these GPM diffs. Let me show you guys what I got here and some new parts I have available from Pnwrcmadness. So this is what we're going to be installing. This is actually out of my other XRT that I'm completely rebuilding, so stay tuned for that build. We're going to go ahead and use these cleaned up GPM diff cases. Now, these are 70-75 aluminum, and they actually are amazing. They have this little little groove there, and I'll show you the spacers that I have available now. And real quickly, guys, I do build these. They're on my website. You can buy them in sets. You can buy them singles. And all these parts come inside the diffs. They come pre-built and ready to slap in your truck. So these are the Mod 1.6 spiral cut gears. These are made by GPM as well, going on about 2 years of use. Check that out. Super nice. I have had 0 issues with those. I'm not going to rebuild the center because I actually just rebuilt it. I did have a problem. I forgot shims and I ruined my spider gears. So guys, this diff's already built, ready to go in the truck. And then check it out. These are all just medium carbon steel gears. You can find these on my website as well. I'll leave the links in the description as well. And then check this out, guys. These are brand new parts by Pnwrcmadness. We have the diff spacers. We have them in all colors, and I'll show you that little groove right there. Slaps right inside the little groove right there. These are 70-75 aluminum, and that just keeps them anchored into the case a whole lot better. And guys, yeah, I've been getting a lot of crap about these. Why do you want to have colored diff spacers? You don't see them. Well, you know, if you don't want them, don't buy them. And if you don't like them, then, you know, didn't your mom teach you to say something nice, or don't say something nice at all? Or don't say something nice at all. Don't say nothing at all. Anyways, guys, check it out. This is coming in all the pre-built diffs I offer now. We got brand new gaskets, we got brand new O-rings, and we have these brand new diff spacers, all different colors. Black, blue, purple, green, silver, orange, and red. So these are the brand new diff spacers. These are what we're installing. There is the little ridge, little groove, I guess you could say. These are 70-75 aluminum, and then check this out. They lock right into place, and it helps strengthen up the whole diff. That's why I like them. So there you go. Is there advantages? Yes, there is. Let me show you the stock. I'll show you another color. So there is the stock. It's just a square, smooth on both sides, and then there we go. There's the brand new Pnwrcmadness diff spacers. Smooth on one side with the groove on the other. Before we get all these together, I'd like to give you guys a quick tip. When you're building your diffs, make sure you use a little bit of udder butter. And what I mean by that is grab your O-rings, stick them on some sort of tool. I like to bunch them together and then just rub your fingers around them and fill up that groove with grease, preferably udder butter. And then you're also going to want to fill up, I'll grab one of these gears right here. You can see this is actually the old formula, that's why it's green. The new formula is a different color, but grab your udder butter and then go ahead and fill that little void up where your O-ring is going to sit as well. And what that's going to do, it's just going to help everything be sealed up nice and tight, and no lube should leak out these diffs. You guys don't want to miss this one. Check this out. So we got this, what point? It's like a 12-point socket. I don't know if you can use a 6-point, but you can definitely use a 12-point. I believe that's 12-point, okay? So remember that. Deep well, I think you need a deep well as well. Now what we're referring to is these little pinions. We got your front and your rear. You got your GPM ones. They come with bearings, and then your bearings come with these little snap rings. Now these are a real pain in the butt to take off and put on, but I've learned how to take them off and put them on. So what you're going to do is grab yourself your 9/16 12-point, grab your pinion, place it on there square, go ahead, place it over the top, and if you got a mallet, just go ahead and give it a slight tap and it does this. Goes right on. Let me grab my mallet and I'll show you. So check it out. You got your pinion, you got your bearing on, and you have your snap ring. I like to grease it all up. Grab your 12-point, put it on the flat surface, preferably a hard one like the concrete or something, and just give it a nice tap, and she's on. No more fighting it, just snaps right on. Well, I got a little carried away, and in the first session, the first test, showing you guys how the tires blew and all that good stuff, and prior, actually basically just after I added these tires, guys. If you add these tires to your truck, your steering is going to be terrible because the stock steering servo saver is not strong enough, and once you tighten it up enough, you got a really good chance of breaking it. So I'm going to go ahead and add this GPM 7075 steering rack, which I do carry on my online store as well. And I got this thing cranked down all the way, so check it out when we get back out in the dirt. You'll see how well this thing steers. It's going to steer like a champ. So we're going to go ahead. We got the diffs built. So we went ahead and we just put 60. We got them lubed up with some udder butter already. So we got the front and the rear. I just did 60 front and rear. And then this is the, I built this diff. It's got like maybe 3 runs on it, maybe 2 battery packs, full packs on it. This has got the 20 million. So we got to change the steering rack, install the diffs, and yeah, we'll be ready in about 5 minutes. Not. Remember guys, you're gonna have to take out your pinion. Oh, we got the bearing in there too. That means we gotta take out the bulkhead. Wah, wah. See how far I got it cranked down? What's really cool about TRAXXAS trucks is they put a little stopper in there, so you be sure to put your diff in there the correct direction. Also guys, I have added these GPM out drives. They are used off my other truck, but they are still in good shape. These things are absolutely amazing. There we go. Ow! All this work just to get to the pinion. Guys, I know I'm kind of embarrassed. This is all stock. I've never cleaned it. I've never gotten in here before, but here we are. There's the stock cruddy grease that you use. It's not bad. They use enough. And then there it is, stock center diff. All we got to do is replace that pinion. And Savage servo is super noisy, but it is nice. All right, here we go. So far, guys, this is a setup you want. You want to upgrade your diffs, you can do that. You can always just upgrade the oils in the stock diffs. Let's get out the ramps. Yeah. All right, check this out, guys. We also upgraded the steering servo saver rack last night. And it's turning way better. Way better. And it's got better performance because we changed the oils. You hear the shocks unloading in the air? That's so awesome. This 800 kV is a monster. Let's hit it square, guys. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but an accident. All right, let's see if we can do it again. It's just got so much power. Yeah. The diffs are just like night and day, guys. And this spot right here is amazing. And for all the belt drive haters and whatnot, front flip. Rolling it back, rolling it back, rolling it back. Rolling it back, baby. Yeah. there we go again. Stomping them. We got the ramp in a bad spot. Well, guys, that was an amazing crash. Let's see how she's doing. Man, we got to move the ramp so we can get some real speed. Yeah. All right, let's move the ramps. All right, guys. Motor mount's holding up amazing. Belt drive is amazing. All right, we should be able to get some more distance now. Let's see what we can do. See what we can do. Maybe not. We got to get more speed. All right, here we go. Nice. That was pretty good. Let's try that again. We need more speed still. Last jump, guys. Let's see what we can do. A little bit more speed on that one. Ready? Damn it. Well, let's see. Body flew off. Motor mount's good. Oh wow, look at that. Everything is good. Truck is still clean somehow. Look how clean this truck is staying out here. What is going on? Whew. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. That was not very good. Like butter. All right, guys, batteries are probably about dead, so we haven't broke nothing yet. We're gonna take her in.